My name is Marielle Kraft. We are live from the basement at the I Kissed a Boy live acoustic session. I'm here with my two co-writers and band today. On my right, we have...
I'm Daena.
Hi, I'm Kenna.
Kenna's on my left, as implied. And we just wanted to tell the story of how we wrote the song and maybe share a little bit of our own experiences because we all very much connected this song in different ways. But the day we wrote it, this was about 6 months ago, we were on my porch here in Nashville, and we were kind of throwing out titles. And as a joke, I had written down in my phone a few days prior the Katy Perry title, I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It, but flipped in I Kissed a Boy and I Hated It, because my experience is that. And
Same.
And then when I threw that out as a joke, both of you kind of chimed in, and what did you say?
I don't remember what I said exactly. I didn't know that it was a joke, though.
Me neither. Oh, really?
No, I was like, that's a great freaking title.
I think we both were like, that's kind of cheeky. I like that.
Yes.
Oh, here I am being like, this is a satire song, and you guys are both not.
I was like, no, that's a great idea. We have to do that.
Well, it became very serious. Once we started writing it, it was very
Yeah,
serious.
I feel like at first we thought it could be like a joke, and then it became very serious.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it could be
was
a
kind of
joke,
going to
yeah.
be like fun.
And then we were like, wait, this is kind of
actually, this is very deep.
Yeah. I remember we were on a really big time crunch that day, and we took so long to make sure that every single lyric in the chorus was exactly what we wanted to say, especially like argue with my heart and not rhyming boy with anything. Because we went through boy rhymes for a really long time.
Yeah.
And we flipped it to be waited for the spark instead of a boy rhyme. But
I'm glad we did that.
Me too. But I was curious if you guys have any favorite lyrics from the song that you like a lot.
Kenna?
I mean, I feel like the whole chorus is like my favorite lyric. I mean, like you said, argue with my heart, and then like I kissed a boy and I hated it. You know, like obviously it's just such an iconic way to start a chorus. Yeah. But yeah, like, you know, like I waited for the spark, it didn't start. I feel like that's just such a good way to say that, you know, I've waited my whole life to, you know, have that feeling with a boy that didn't really come. Because I mean, I like remember going through my whole life being like, you know, maybe like I'll feel that feeling that all of my friends talk about with boys. It just, I feel like it just illustrates it really well. And that's kind of like sums it all up. I feel like that just sums the whole song up really well.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I really love the first verse just because of the imagery and like, it's just, if like we're in this basement right now, but like I was saying before, I just feel like we are in that basement.
Oh, yeah,
like it
same.
just paints that picture that even if like people's stories are, the details are different, it just gives them that like feeling, you know.
I agree. And I remember we were just talking about our first kisses when we were trying to figure out where to start the song.
Right.
And
That's
you were playing a few chords, so I started playing them with you, and I was like, I think that I was in a basement and he definitely had gum. I think it was spearmint.
Yeah.
And like you were like, wait, and you started scribing all the lyrics, and it was just so natural the way that happened. And I feel like that's pretty rare. Like all of us write full time, and I feel like that's a really rare way for a song to take shape, is literally the conversation is verbatim the lyric that was written, which is really cool. So I was curious, when did you guys kiss a boy and realized you hated it?
Ooh.
I was a late bloomer. I think
No
I was
judgment. Judgment free.
I think I was like 17.
Yeah.
And
Great.
I hated it.
And where were you?
I was on the sidewalk taking my
daylight?
dog for a walk in daylight.
Daylight.
And the boys' friends were following us on bicycles,
Oh my.
hiding in the bushes.
Did you actually have a dog with you?
I had my dog.
Okay.
She had to watch that. I'm so sorry.
What's her name?
Her name is Bella.
So
Shout out
sorry,
to
Bella.
Shout out
Bella,
Bella.
we're so sorry.
apologize.
We're sorry.
This one's for Bella,
She
actually.
didn't deserve that.
She didn't deserve that.
Do you have any scarring experiences?
So you know what's funny is I actually like hardly remember my first kiss. But you know why? Is because I feel like it wasn't memorable. So it's like obviously there wasn't a spark.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't exciting.
That's interesting.
So I feel like that just means so much. Like I want to say that it was with a boy in like 8th grade or 9th grade in like a movie theater, but like am I making that up? Maybe like am I making that up just because that's like a very cliche thing
for the story.
for the story?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I feel like it's like, oh, I can remember my first kiss with a girl. like very clearly, vivid, every detail. But, and I mean, maybe because that was later in my life, but I remember my first kiss with a boy at all. Because I'm like, it wasn't exciting. But I feel like all my friends are like, oh, I remember. Like, you know, my friends who like have like romantic relationships with like men are like, oh, it's, you know, I remember it clearly. Or, you know, maybe they don't have that experience, but those of them I do. Yeah.
I just remember growing up and hearing so many songs about like that first kiss feeling. You know, like Sparks Fly by Taylor Swift. Like
I was like, oh, what? Yeah,
I was like,
can't relate.
Do those happen in real life? I didn't know if that was just like a fantasy that movies and shows and songs were doing just to make it sound really romantic. But I really thought something was wrong with me for the longest time because it didn't matter if it was a different person or a different scene or a different age. It just felt off and wrong, you know? And then everything changed.
And then something shifted.
And then the sun rose. No, I mean, everything changed, and we've all experienced that shift as well with somebody who's not a man, and realizing that for us, that is the spark. And I'm so grateful that we were brave enough to be able to experience that for ourselves, you know? So my question is, who do you hope hears this song that we've written?
I mean, I think that when we were younger, there was like less of a space, you know, for us to be able to be who we wanted to be. So I'm excited that there is a space now for like teenagers who are like in the closet to be able to express themselves and like kiss whoever they want to. But I definitely don't think it's fully where I want it to be, like the world as a whole. So I want the version of myself who is in the closet and scared to be herself. I'm sure there's like a young teenage girl somewhere out there who's just like who I was, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say something similar, like, you know, my younger self, but really like all those queer kids who just feel like something's wrong with them
Yeah.
for not feeling the way that society and media says they should be feeling in that moment.
There's
So
nothing wrong with you.
There is nothing wrong with
You are perfect the way you are. Kiss whoever you want to kiss, or don't kiss anybody. You know?
Don't kiss
You don't even have
anybody.
to kiss.
You don't even have to kiss.
Yeah.
No kisses needed.
None.
Yeah.
I agree that the 14-year-old version of myself would be so proud of where I am and would want to hear this song. But I also think like 26-year-old Marielle also wants to hear this song, you know, because even now, like we come out a million times in our life, and this song is another version of that for me, which is so empowering and so awesome. And I'm so honored that you guys were a part of that experience and are a part of that experience with me and got to write our story into this song that I feel so honored to get to share on stage from today moving forward, you know? So not just for the teens who are coming out, but for the 70-year-olds who've maybe just now come out in their late life who weren't able to, or have been out for 50 years, you know? I'm just so grateful that we've created a song that is so universal. True. Hopefully.
Thank you for
In that
having
way.
us
You
be a part
decide.
of it.
Go listen. Go stream I Kissed a Boy.
Stream I Kissed a Boy!
It's available on all platforms. My name is Marielle. This is Daena and Kenna. They're amazing in their own right. Go check out their music as well. But thank you so much for being here and for listening. You are perfect the way you are, and we're so grateful that you're here.
Yay.